لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. طيب يا إخوة وأخوات, brothers and sisters, we start. Okay, what were you here last week? Okay, why did the Prophet ﷺ make siwak wajib? Why Prophet ﷺ did not make miswak wajib on his ummah?
He mentioned in the Hadith that if it wasn't going to be a burden, that he would have made the siwak wajib upon the ummah, but would have brought burden.
So what was the reason then?
Because it would bring burden.
Burden, mashaqqa, yeah, mashaqqa. So if someone says now, Ishaq, fasting month of Ramadan, first Ramadan you come down, your stomach is a bit of uncomfort in my stomach. So al-mashaqqa tajlibu taysir. Burden brings ease, so I'm going to break my fast. Can you do that?
The scholars say that you have to differentiate between if there's a haja or if it's a daruriyya, if it's necessity or haja. And there has to be darar, there has to be the harm, and it has to outweigh the sin that you might commit.
Okay.
And also
yeah, that's right. Yeah, mashaqqa we mentioned, which is haraj, mashaqqa which is darar. Mashaqqa which one is the darar, and haraj we covered, isn't it? Saeed?
Darar is when, for example, if you fast, if you're allowed to, for example, to break the fast and then you fast, and then you might fall ill. Okay, that's
so mashaqqa, the burden that you might fall ill if you don't break the fast, and medically you need to break it. That's darar. I'm just giving this word to make you explain myself. And haraj is the one.
Haraj is there's a alternative or something.
Yeah, so it's just difficult, but it's not a matter of illness. You're going to become, it's life or death, or you're going to become ill. It's just a little pain. So the mashaqqa, different level of mashaqqa. So based on this hadith, we spoke about mashaqqa, isn't it? So if someone is traveling and can he fast? Can he fast? Were you here last week?
I can answer that.
Yeah, go on.
The one who fasts, there's no criticism on him, and the one who breaks it, there's no criticism on him.
Okay, if he's burdened, if he's a mashaqqa, how can he fast or not? He can't fast. If he's a burden, yeah.
For travelers, there's no criticism if they leave it.
No, but for example, if someone is, say for example, if I'm traveling and I know if I fast, it's going to be a burden for me. Should I fast?
No. It's like something like Allah loves the people who take the leeway. Leeway,
yeah. That's one of the things that Allah likes those people who take the rukhsa, the easy, the allowances. The hadith, a man was under a tree and he was traveling and he was sunbathed under shade. He was sweating and he was feeling dizzy. The Prophet told him not to fast if you're in that situation. So if the mashaqqa is so hard that you might become ill, you shouldn't fast if you're a traveler. But if you're okay, then it can be haram for you to fast when you're a traveler, when you're fasting as a traveler. Because if you think you're going to become ill physically, then it can become haram. It can be makruh. It can be mustahab not to fast. So it could be any of these. So it depends. So mashaqqa, different level of mashaqqa. We've covered all that, alhamdulillah. Akbar, is there any specific time we should use siwak, or you can use any time?
You can use it any time, but Prophet used to use it before salah and before wudu.
Before wudu. You can use any time, inshallah, siwak. Hadith of Aisha, when his brother Abdul Rahman walked in. What do we learn from this hadith? What was it? Hadith about when he walked in?
When
Abdul Rahman walked in, Prophet was in the chest of Aisha here, and what happened?
he passed away.
Before that?
Oh, he was using the miswak. He saw a miswak and then
Who had the miswak?
his wife's
No, brother. What's his name? Abdul Rahman.
Rahman.
Yeah. Yeah. Abdul Rahman, the brother of Aisha. Yeah. So he came in. He had miswak, and Prophet was yamuddu. He was looking at it. So Aisha saw it. So Aisha took it and she softened it for him. I think she cut the bit off and she softened it, and then Prophet was doing siwak, and they were amazed the way Prophet did this siwak, the way he was doing it. And anyway, after that, alayhi salam passed away, and she said, "Mata bayna haqitani wa dhaqitani, dhaqinati." Yeah. What does haqinat or dhaqinati mean? Do you remember, Akhi?
Chest.
Between the
Chest.
above the belly button and below the neck. Yeah. Dhaqina wa haqina. Okay. Another hadith also talks about the Prophet died on the chest of Aisha radiallahu anha. Yeah. So this is another hadith to establish to prove the Prophet passed away. Alayhi salam. So we're continuing the last hadith on miswak. So عن أبي موسى الأشعري رضي الله عنه قال أتيت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وهو يستاك بالسواك رطب قال وطرف السواك على لسانه وهو يقول أع والسواك في فيه كأنه يتهوع. Hadith Abu Musa al-Ash'ari radiallahu anhu, one of the companions from Yemen. He went to Yemen and became Muslim. He studied under Prophet so many years, went back to his tribe and he conveyed the message, and he did fought in jihad, many battles. Abu Musa al-Ash'ari radiallahu anhu. A lot of companions came from Yemen to study with the Prophet. So one of the companions was Abu Musa al-Ash'ari. That's where Abu Hasan al-Ash'ari comes from. Ash'ari is the tribe in Yemen. So this great companion radiallahu anhu, he was he basically came to Prophet. He said, I came to Prophet and he was basically doing siwak, very very moisture, soft. And he said the part of the siwak was in his mouth. وَهُوَ يَقُولُ أُعْ. So when the siwak was in his mouth, he was making the sound أُعْ. وَالسِّوَاكْ فِي كَأَنَّهُ يَتَهَوَّعُ. And while the miswak was in his mouth, he was about to vomit down. This hadith talks about the importance of using siwak. The siwak is not just to purify your mouth and for the pleasure of Allah Azza wa Jal. This hadith shows that Prophet ﷺ went deep into his mouth, his tongue, and he was basically cleaning the whole mouth and properly. And the ulama said that if you clean your mouth properly, deep inside, even the pain or the smell from your stomach as well, they get removed as well. So this hadith shows it's not just using siwak on his teeth, but actually his tongue, inside his tongue. Because hadith says, ala lisanihi, was inside his tongue. So he was cleaning the tongue, Prophet ﷺ. Shows he was deep back of the tongue. And he was cleaning it. And if you put your finger inside, what sound do you make? What do you make? The hadith says, or. Sheikh Mukhtar Shanqiti, he mentions that other hadith says, and There's another narration that says, ayn, and this is Hamza ayn. Okay? So you go Hamza ayn, then you go ayn, narrations. Another one is different version of it. This sound implies that Prophet is about to vomit. He's about to. When you vomit, what do? Put your finger inside it, and that's what it is. So Prophet was doing siwak inside his tongue. Subhanallah. So clean everything out. So that's what it means. So and we got different version of it, and كأنه يتهوى, and he's about to vomit. So this hadith shows one line hadith shows how Prophet is to do siwak So we understand you can go deep inside your tongue and clean it properly, inshallah. ما يؤخذ من الحديث مشروعية التسوق بالعود رطب وأن السواك من العبادات والقربات. That it is a legislation to use the soft miswak, and using that miswak is a worship. It's close, and it makes you go close to Allah Azza wa Jal. So siwak is a worship of Allah Azza wa Jal if you do for the sake of Allah. Secondly, مشروعية المبالغة في التسوق لأن في المبالغة كمال الإنقاء. That here he said that, Sheikh said that it is legislation, part of legislation is to do miswak deeply inside your mouth. Mubalagha, go deep inside, and that purifies even more, cleans up your mouth better. And third benefit is that أن يستعمل السواك في لسانه في بعض الأحيان. And it is better to use miswak sometime on your tongue as well. We just use it on the teeth, isn't it? But sometimes use it on the tongue, as Prophet did it as well. And so to clean up everything, inshallah. So this is simple hadith, simply explain another way of doing using siwak. And Prophet did it like that, going deep into it. Okay, ikhwan? Okay, let's go into next chapter, which is Babul Mas'h ala Khuffayn. Chapter on wiping over khuf. Khuf is leather socks. طيب. This important mas'ala, this is important topic that we should discuss, because wiping over the socks is a rukhsa. Okay? The asal is to wash your feet, isn't it? Wiping over your socks, it is a allowance, permissibility that Allah, Messenger allowed. He did himself and he allowed his ummah to do it. Now this is wiping over your socks, or khuf and jawrab, we'll cover this inshallah. It becomes a part of aqidah. Well, because the Shia, they deny it. And if you go to some of the book of aqidah, they mention mas'ala khuffayn, in Tahawi mentioned as well. So it becomes part of aqidah now. And to deny this is kufr, major kufr. طيب. Now, before we start talking about leather socks, let's talk about socks that is made of wool, inshallah. Now, the hadith Mughira bin Shu'bah radiallahu anhu, that talks about wiping over the woolen socks. He said, توضى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ومسح على جوربين ونعلين. Hadith said that the Prophet made wudu, then he wiped over his woolen socks, jawrab, no khuf, jawrab, and na'al, which is whatever he's wearing, sandal or shoe, whatever. Now this hadith is da'if. Okay, da'afahu Imam Ahmed, Imam min al-Salaf. The scholar of the Salaf, they made this hadith da'if. So Shaykh al-Albani as well. So the hadith is da'if. Now does it mean now we can't wipe over the woolen socks? No, we can. We go because there are the athar, Ibn al-Qayyim, Abu Dawood and Ibn Mandur, they mentioned that Sahaba used to wipe over woolen socks. You know? And the woolen socks that they describe is not thick or thin. It doesn't say it is woolen socks. Okay? Now the hadith Thawban radiallahu anhu, he said, Prophet sent a group of us to do jihad. Okay? And he told us to wipe over imama and tasakhin. What is tasakhin? That keeps your feet warm. So the ulama said that based on this hadith, you can wipe over your woolen socks, leather socks, your shoe, but they keep your feet warm. Okay, so based on the hadith, we can wipe over the woolen socks. Plus the Sahaba radiallahu anhum, they practiced it. No one denied wiping over the socks, woolen socks. Nobody disagreed with that. among the Sahabas radiallahu anhu who did that was Umar, Ibn Abbas, Ali, Ammar bin Yasir, Anas bin Malik, Ibn Umar, Bilal, Sahal bin Sa'ad radiallahu anhu, Bara bin Azib, scholars like that, Abu Umama, they all wiped over woolen socks. Okay? And no other Sahaba disagree with that. Now some of the scholars say that, Shanqidi talks about it, okay, we can wipe over woolen socks, but it has to be thick. Okay? But Hadith never said how thick it is. Sufyan al-Thawri said that the Salaf, when they used to wear socks, it's ripped. So it doesn't specify how thick it's going to be. Shaykh al-Albani, Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen said, if it's thin, you still can wipe over it, because it's still called socks. It still keeps your feet warm. Okay? So the hadith is weak, but remember wiping over the woolen socks, it is allowed for the brothers and sisters. If you're a traveler, 3 days and 3 nights, and if you're non-travelers, 1 day and 1 night. Okay, so it's a rukhsa that Allah has given us and His Messenger for us to practice. So we say that, okay, hadith is weak, but the Sahaba were practicing it. Sahaba were doing it. Okay, they're wiping over woolen socks, whatever, jawrab, and also the hadith of tasakhin, keep your feet warm. So we can do that, inshallah. Especially when you are nowadays cold, isn't it? It's the best time to wipe over your socks. I said to a lot of brothers, why are you taking your socks off? And they follow certain madhahib in it. You should take this. Allah loves it. You made wudu, you washed your feet. Now you will make wudu again. Why you take your socks off? Wipe over it. A lot of people don't know how to wipe over it. They wipe on the top, then wipe on the bottom as well. So if you see them doing it, correct them, inshallah. So just wipe over the socks, and you do it together. Sunnah to do it together. If you do separately, labas, it is not going to nullify your wudu. Tayyib. So when we wipe over the socks, what are the conditions? Sheikh Shanqiti and others mentioned that the hadith says that we'll mention the hadith that you have to have wudu. You have to have wudu, and you wash your feet, okay? Then you put your socks on, and if your wudu breaks, then we can wipe over it. If you have wudu, and you put your socks on, if you take it off again, you put it back on again, you can wipe it. So when you take it off, make sure you have in wudu. But if your wudu goes while the socks is on, now you can't take it off. And if you take it off, you have to wash your feet. So you have to, that's the first condition. You have to be in tahara. Now, also, the socks that you're going to use, it cannot be najasa. So when I say najasa, make sure there's no urine on it. Also, the ulama said the najasa means that the socks is not made of skin of the mayyit, skin of the dead. As long as it is tanned. If it's tanned, that is okay. Because the Prophet ﷺ gave a dead animal to Salama, radiallahu anhu, his wife, to use it and benefit from it. And he said, this is dead, it's mayyit, ya Rasulullah. He said, eating it, using it, utilizing it. So if it's tanned, it's okay. Whereas the skin of the pig, the ulama says, because the pig is not just in that, in its essence it is dirty. Okay, some of the ulama says even skin of the pig, if you tan it, it's still impure. So we have skin jacket made of pig skin as well. So they khilaf on that anyway. Also, if you're going to wipe over socks, the socks have to belong to you. You can't steal it. If you steal it, if you take it by force, then you can't wipe over that socks. So these are some of the conditions the scholars, they bring it when you wipe over the socks. Now, so we've understood now wiping over leather socks and things like that, the woolen socks. It is allowed, inshallah, as long as it fulfills the conditions. عن مغيرة بن شعبة قال كنت مع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في سفر فأهويت لأنزع خفيه فقال دعهما فإني أدخلتهما طاهرتين. So Mughira bin Shu'bah radiallahu anhu said, I was with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a journey. I was about to take his khufay means the two leather socks off. I was about to take it off for him. So shows that this Sahabi was doing the khidmah to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, service. So any Sahabas that were with Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they will do khidmah, they will serve him. It's not just Anas, but Anas is khadim. Before 10 years he was serving Prophet ﷺ. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu mentioned that Prophet went to relieve himself. He came out and he said the water is already ready. And he said, who did this? Abdullah ibn Abbas. Prophet said, Allahumma faqihu fi din wa alimu ta'wil. He made dua for him. Allah give him the understanding of the deen, give him knowledge of tafsir. So Ibn Abbas, Ibn Mughira bin Shu'bah radiallahu anhu, he's there. He's about to take his socks off. Look at the service, subhanAllah, khidmah he's trying to do. Prophet said, leave both of them. Indeed, I put them, the socks on, the khuffain is, when it was pure. I mean, I washed my feet already, then I put my khuf on. So that's one of the conditions that we have to have, that when we're going to put leather socks on, whatever, woolen socks, we have to put it on while it's on wudu. Okay? then you can wipe it on it, inshallah. فَمَسَحَ عَلَيْهِمَا, then he wiped over them. So inshallah, this is hadith teaches us, mashallah, to practice this hadith, wiping over the socks. Again, we don't wipe under the socks because it is not from the Sharia of Allah Azza wa Jalla. It's bid'ah to wipe under the socks. And take this saying of Ali radiallahu anhu, he said that if the deen was upon that, based on our understanding, then we'll wipe under the socks. Because that's where the dirt is. But he said, as the Prophet wiping over the socks. So it's based on the Sharia, not aql. So naql takes over the aql. The naql is the text, take the advance precedent over your intellect. So deen is not based on the intellect, it's based on the text. So this is something that you can, inshallah, benefit the people with it. So they were using the intellect, not text. Now also, when you wipe over the socks, the socks is out of fashion, I think. It's under the ankle. Have you seen it? Now these socks, if you put the socks on after wudu properly, and your wudu breaks, you have to wash your feet. Because that doesn't cover the ankle. So you have to remove the socks and make wudu again. So you can wear it, it's not haram, but you can wipe over that. You have to have a sock that covers the ankle. This is no disagreement on that. طيب ما يؤخذ من الحديث. What are the benefits that we can take from this hadith? مشروعية المسح على خفين. It is legislated that you can wipe over the leather socks at the time of wudu. ومسح يكون مرة واحدة باليد ويكون على أعلى خف دون أسفله كما في الآثار. So when you wipe once, okay? Top of the khuf, not the bottom of your foot, of the socks. Number 2 benefit is that اشتراط الطهارة لمسح على خفين. The condition is that you have to have been in wudu to wipe over your khuf. وذلك بأن تكون رجلان على طهارة قبل دخولهما في الخف. So it shows that is because the two foot that you're gonna put socks on, they have to be in wudu. That you washed it before you put the socks on. The third benefit is that استحباب خدمة العلماء والفضلاء. That it is recommended to serve the ulama and the righteous. Serve here mean, obviously the Prophet not with us, but the scholars. Your shuyukh comes, you provide, you have served them, give them drink, help him, whatever. Get his, if he wants to do istinja, then get the water ready for the sheikh. Things like that. Because here, obviously, the Sahabi was doing khidmah to the Prophet ﷺ. So, and a lot of scholars, they do, mashallah, they like to do khidmah like this. It's part of ibadah, ihsan. جاء في بعض الروايات هذا الحديث أن ذلك في غزوة تبوك لصلاة الفجر. Some of the narrations says that this incident that took place with Mughira bin Shu'bah was in jihad called at-Tabuk, time of Salatul Fajr, Ghazwat al-Tabuk. Before Fajr, this is what this took place. So these are some of the benefits, my brothers, that we can take from this hadith. The next hadith is that عن حذيفة بن يمان رضي الله عنه قال كنت مع النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في سفر فبال وتوضأ ومسح على خفيه. So this hadith narrated by Hudayfa bin Yaman radiallahu anhu. We know about Hudayfa, the companion was told by the Prophet all the hypocrites in Medina. And Ibn Umar would say that if someone dies, I'll follow Hudayfa. So if he prays janazah, I'll pray. If he doesn't pray, I will not pray, because he has knowledge of all. This is ilm al-sir, Sahabi sir, who has knowledge of sir basically. Meaning, he had knowledge of all the name of the munafiqun. Prophet only told Hudayfa, nobody else. That's why Ibn Umar would follow Hudayfa in janazah. So if he prays, I'll pray, he will pray. If he doesn't pray, he will not pray. That means he's the guy who died in hypocrite, munafiq. And munafiq we are talking about is munafiq kuffar, not munafiq who is the Muslim. Munafiq who the kuffar who said La ilaha illallah, did not believe in the heart. We were talking about them. Okay? These are the one Prophet exposed to Hudayfa radiallahu anhu. And that's when Umar came and said, Ya Rasulullah, am I one of them? Oh no, he said, Ya Hudayfa, am I one of them? Prophet mentioned to you my name. He said, no, you're not one of them. So Hudayfa radiallahu anhu, he said, I was with Prophet in a journey, فَبَالَ وَتَوَضَّأ. Okay, he relieved himself, then he made wudu, وَمَسَحَ عَلَى خُفَّيْهِ, and then he made masah ala, then he did the masah on the khuffay, on his two khuff, the leather socks. So it shows again, my brothers, Hudayfa radiallahu anhu, one of the companions also serving the Prophet doing khidmah, he was with him, and he's narrating this story to us that you can wipe over your leather socks. It's legislated, nothing wrong with that. So we have completed the chapter on khuf and siwak. We're going to talk a bit of the next topic, inshallah. It might be touching, but it's part of our deen to know this, nothing wrong, inshallah. We'll start today and finish next week, inshallah. He says here, Bab fil madhi wa ghayrihi. Now, there are three things that I want to explain. This relates to brothers and sisters. A lot of brothers ask me questions about these things, but let's go over it, inshallah, nothing to shy about. Now, there are three things we need to learn. Many, Ibn Qudama is teaching us this. Scholars, they teach these books and they mention this. Brothers and sisters, they learn, mashallah. Mani, madhi and wadi. Mani, the chapter is about money. Money is semen. Okay, what is the ruling of semen? Is semen sperm, is it pure, tahir or najasa? Now the ulama says semen is pure. Okay, we are created from that. خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ مِنْ مَاءٍ دَافِقٍ. Yeah? Mankind are created from مِنْ مَاءٍ دَافِقٍ. Meaning that ma here means semen. That's what we were created from. Allah Azza wa Jalla created us from that semen. So semen is pure. The Jumhur said. There's no khilaf in it. It's pure. And semen is more thicker and it comes through two things. Intercourse and wet dream. So money is semen, and when you have money, you have to have a bath. Okay, in necessity you have to have a bath, unless you are ill, you can't have a bath. Like Ammar bin Yasir will cover this, inshallah. Or you can't find water at all. Okay, then you make tayammum. Madhi is the hadith about madhi. Madhi is basically is najasa. It's not pure. It's thick. It's thinner. Okay, it's more thinner, and it can happen to a man or a woman. Okay, but you can face that. Madhi comes through shahwat, temptation. Okay, and if someone goes through that, then they need to make wudu. We'll talk about the hadith as well, inshallah. And madhi is something that comes out when you urinate, and also it's najasa. We have to make wudu with that. طيب. So these are the three things: mani, madhi, and wadi. Now the hadith that talks about is the hadith of Ali radiallahu anhu. عن علي بن أبي طالب رضي الله عنه قال: كنت رجلا مذاء فاستحيت أن أسأل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لمكان ابنته مني فأمرت المقداد بن الأسود فسأله فقال: يغسل ذكره وتوضأ. رواه Bukhari and Muslim. Okay, this hadith, Ali radiallahu anhu is narrating to us about himself. I was a man of madda'an. Madda'an ala wadn fa'alan. Mubalagha, yani lot of madhi. And I used to be affected by madhi. Now the Sheikh Shankiti said that madhi can come through illness as well. Someone can have illness and that can relieve, ejaculate madhi, which is najas, it's impure, and that will nullify the wudu. So it can come through illness. And secondly, it can come through the, temptation. Society you're living in, we don't, people can go to trial and tribulation. They can't, so they can ejaculate madhi. And that madhi comes through the shahwat, temptation, things like that. So Ali radiallahu anhu had this problem that he would have a lot of madhi. So he's saying that فاستحيت أن أسأل رسول الله. So I was shy to ask Prophet ﷺ because I was married to his daughter. This حياء فاستحيت معنى حياء. Here the حياء. Now I just want to touch into حياء as well, inshallah. حياء, the hadith of Prophet said that he talks about حياء. إن مما أدرك الناس من كلامة النبوة الأولى من لم يستح فاصنع ما شئت. That every prophet that reached them and they spoke to their people about haya. They all spoke about haya. Every prophet spoke about haya. Okay? And they said, and the Anbiya will say, everybody will say that whoever doesn't have a haya, then do whatever you wish. Okay? What does haya do? Haya is something that prevents you to do things which are shameful. Okay, indecency, something sinful, something haram. Haya prevents you from that. Because of haya, you're not going to do it. You have shame, and shame is preventing you. Here, one of the companions, Prophet was passing by, there was a man, he was addressing his son, not to have haya, and not to have too much haya, and Prophet reprimanded him and said, no, don't tell him not to have haya, he should have haya. Subhanallah. So here, haya, this haya here mean, it's not that he was sinful, because that's his father-in-law, and here, this is different type of haya. He will not ask Prophet question like that. It's not appropriate to ask Prophet suitable to ask Prophet question like this. So he asked Miqdad to go ask Prophet what shall I do? Because he's a madha. Sahabi radiallahu anhu, he's been afflicted with this madhi coming from him. So Prophet advised him now. This is a hadith to show that madhi is something that nullifies the wudu. Prophet said, يَغْسِلْ ذَكَرَهُ, that he should clean his private part, okay, and then let him make wudu. Let him wash his private part and let him make wudu. And that is sufficient. In another hadith it said, وَلِلْبُخَارِ اِخْسِلْ ذَكَرَكْ وَتَوَضَّأ. In Bukhari said, he commanded, wash your private part and make wudu. Another hadith said, تَوَضَّأ وَانْضَحْ فَرْجَكْ, and make wudu. Waw al-ataf, so it could be jam, could be either, but what is, sprinkle water on your private part and then make wudu. But literally if you translate, make wudu, then sprinkle water, then it's going to make wudu again. So you sprinkle the water on your private part and then make wudu. So this hadith shows that such person who afflicted with madhi or mani or wadi, this is what you do, inshallah. So mani is a tahir, semen is tahir, that's where we created from, and it's pure, and that requires ghusl. And madhi and wadi is something that you need to make wudu, that would nullify your wudu. Yes. طيب. So اختلف العلماء، ذهب الحنابلة وبعض المالكية إلى وجوب الغسل ذكر كله ومستدلين بهذا الحديث وغيره. So this is good, inshallah, this is knowledge that's bringing out forward that Hanabila and Malikiya, they had the opinion is that it is wajib to wash the private in the whole private part. You have to wash it. حيث صرحت بغسل ذكر, because he says ghusl. Ghusl means to wash it. So it means that you wash the whole private part. That's what it says. So my brothers and sisters, this is basically, we don't want to go too much into it, but this is enough simple understanding we need to have. ما يؤخذ من الحديث, what are the benefits we should take from the hadith? نجاس المذي وأنه يجب غسله, that madhi is najasa and it is wajib upon you to wash it and you will nullify your wudu. ولكن يعفى عن يسيره بسبب المشقة كما ذكر بعض العلماء. It says here it is overlooked if it's something little. because of mashaqqa, difficulties and hardship. Some of the scholars have said, أنه من نواقض الوضوء. It is nullify the wudu. لأنه خارج من الأحد السبيلين, because one of the things that comes out from your what breaks wudu is urine and the excrement. This coming from the private part. It's like urine. It nullify the wudu. You have to make wudu. Yeah, one of the things that nullify the wudu. أنه لا يوجب غسل البدن كالجنابة وهو إجماع. You don't have to wash you don't have to have a bath or anything like that, because with semen you have to have a bath, but for this you don't have to. It's ijma'. It's nothing to say you have to have a bath. أنه لا يكفي في إزالة المذي الاستجمار بالحجارة كالبول بلا بد من الماء. So when we urinate or when we do excrement, either way, we can use the stone or tissue or leaves or anything like that. When it comes to madhi, you can't use that. You have to wash it. The hadith specifically mentions ghusl. Okay, ikhwan. So we covered, alhamdulillah, you have basic understanding of this now, what it is, and we should, it's important we know this. So we finish this hadith inshallah. We'll leave it for next hadith next week. Jazakumullah khair. Any clarification?
Barakallahu feek.
Yeah, okay.
So, Sheikh, you mentioned earlier regarding the munafiqun, the kafir of the munafiqun. What's the difference between the munafiqun from the kuffar and the munafiqun from the Muslimin?
Okay, the brother asking question, what is the difference between munafiqun from the kuffar and munafiqun from the Muslims? طيب, in the Quran Allah said, إن المنافقين في الدرك الأسفل من النار. Indeed, the munafiqeen, the lords of the hell. These are munafiqun, are the kuffar, and the nifaq are two types. Nifaq, major nifaq and minor nifaq. Major nifaq is the one who says La ilaha illallah but doesn't believe in the heart. Does not believe in the heart. This is a major nifaq. And this is what Hudayfa radiallahu anhu was informed by Prophet ﷺ. All the munafiqun, the major one, are informed by Prophet ﷺ. So these are the munafiqun will be in the hell, lost of the hell. Why? Because they proclaimed Islam, but they deceived the people. So their punishment is severe. Whereas the mushrik, we know mushrik. He's mushrik, we know it, khalas, it's clear. But they're deceiving. They're deceiving the Muslims. They're plotting against the Muslims. So Allah being just, that Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah will deceive them. When they're crossing the Sirat, kuffar are not going to cross the Sirat. Kuffar will go straight to Jahannam. Mushrik will go straight to Jahannam. But the munafiqun and the Muslim, they're the only two people who will cross the Sirat. Okay? The Muslim some will cross, depend on their a'mal, how fast. But the munafiqun, they will be shown light, ikhwan and akhwat, brothers and sisters. They will be shown light, and slowly the light will disappear. And they will go to the believers, let us benefit from your light. It's in the Quran. And they will say, go back and look for your light. They will push it away. And there will come a barrier, and they will separate the Muslim and the munafiqun. And munafiqun will fall into the hellfire. These are the major nifaq, okay? They are not Muslims. The minor nifaq, they are Muslims. In the Hadith Prophet, he said that a munafiq has 3 signs. Another says 4. And if he has any of them, he's got attributes of nifaq. But if he has all of it, then he's a munafiq. I mean, he's still a Muslim. That when he speaks, he lies. When he breaks the promise, he breaks the promise. When he gives trust, he breaks the trust. He breaks it. Another one says, when he speaks, he's arrogant. Okay? So, these are signs of nifaq. If someone has all of it, then he's munafiq, yadu billah. But if he has one of them, he's a sign of nifaq. But they are Muslim though. This is Muslim. Yeah. So you have to be even that, yadu billah. You don't want to be have any of these attributes. The Prophet said these are attributes of nifaq. طيب, so that's the difference between the nifaq, major nifaq and the minor nifaq. Is that clear? Okay. Khalas?
Is there any particular reason why the Shia and the Khawarij don't accept wiping over the socks?
Shia, actually, it's a good question. I don't know why they don't accept it. I have no idea why. That's something I can read on. They don't just believe it. I don't know. If anyone read it, share it. I'd like to hear it. You know, the brother asking why doesn't the Shia and Khawarij don't accept wiping over the socks? To be honest, I don't know. I haven't read on that. But I'll read it and then I'll let you know, inshallah. If your brother want to know it, share it to us, inshallah. Any more? Go on.
From Hadith 18, just a few weeks back, Abdullah ibn Abbas, one of them said the Prophet was walking past two graves.
Two graves, yeah.
One of them obviously wasn't doing istinja properly, and the other one was a tail carrier. So obviously that refers to his lying about it.
Yeah.
But say if you say something behind another brother's back, which is the truth, it's not a lie, does that count as backbiting, or which would be simple for?
Okay. The question about backbiting, we covered the hadith of Ibn Abbas, the Prophet was passing by. The question is this, and he said the two people are getting punished. One getting because he didn't do istinja properly, one is getting punished because he's a tail carrier. So we explain all this, tail carrier in the backbite, ghiba. Tail carrier is he hears the news and he spreads it. That's major sin as well, because it is threat with the fire on such person. And the ghiba is Hadith Allah radiallahu anhu, when Prophet said to the companion, do you know what is ghiba? They say, Allah Rasulullah a'lam, Allah Messenger knows best. The ghiba is the brother who mentioned about his brother behind his back. Then the Sahaba said, what if it's true, Ya Rasulullah? He said, if it's true, then it's ghiba, and if it's lying, then it's buhtan, meaning slander. You can fall under slandering, yeah. Which is even worse. Yeah. So for you to talk behind your brother, if it's true, then it's ghiba. Because if you talk something bad he doesn't like, then it's backbiting, isn't it? And that's also major sin. Why? Because the hadith, when Prophet went to Isra, he was shown the punishment, isn't it? Group of people again were cutting their face and their chest, you know, with this nail. And the Prophet said, why is this happening to them? Because they were doing ghiba. The hadith, this is not about namima, it's ghiba. The other one, لا يدخل جنة نمام. The namam will never enter Jannah, meaning it's a major sin. So if he's a Muslim, he'll enter Jannah, but after the punishment. Okay, that's what it is. So is that clear? So if it's truth, the ghiba. If it's false, then that's even worse. Then he made a buhtan. They both are sin. Both are major sin. Both are major sin. Obviously, if you're talking behind your brother, which is not true, then it's slander, isn't it? Then it's a lie. So it's backbiting because he's talking behind his back something he doesn't like. That's what it is. So is that clear, yeah?
The thing is, there's some circumstances where you might not like it, where you're speaking about it in a professional manner. That's not personal. It's related to his business. Then it's business related.
Yeah. So then we spoke of when you can backbite. One of the reasons you can backbite is that maybe professional reason that a person is affecting the community is very bad. You can report to the qadi or some sort of leader to look, he's doing this. Could be business as well. If the business purpose is affecting, then you can talk. Yeah, this is allowed. Yeah, because it's dead to the public, isn't it? If you got, for example, you say I'm a travel agent. I work for a travel agent, yeah? And I know there's a man called Abdullah. He's got travel agent. He does Hajj and Umrah. But his Hajj and Umrah business based on lie and deceiving. I have right to backbite him, isn't it? I have to tell the people, don't go to him. He's deceiving. He's not going to give you what he's promising. He's lying, cheating. You have to warn against him. That's part of business. You have to do it for maslaha, isn't it? So you can backbite. There's other reason you can backbite as well. A brother doing something haram, you can backbite to bring him to khair. Together, you can do that as well. So we mentioned some of the conditions, isn't it? You can backbite behind a sinner who is affecting the public. He's affecting the public. You can warn against him. You can warn against al-bid'ah. Warn against the bid'ah, things like that. So now we mentioned about 7 reasons why you can backbite. 7 things for 7 reasons there. So it's in Riyadh al-Salihin.
Mazid on your clothing, wiping it, removing, is that?
Yeah, if you got muddy on your clothes, just where the muddy is, just wash that bit here. Yeah, sprinkle water on that.
Do the Shia reject the wiping over the socks in a whole, or just the wool socks, cotton socks?
They just deny the wiping over. They
so
don't.
They
don't anything woolen or leather. They don't believe it. They don't accept it. Yeah, they don't accept it. But why? I don't know why. Allah Alam. There's no reason. You can do, brother, you can do research, inshallah. Read on it. It's a homework for me and for all of us, inshallah. You can ask me something? Okay, anybody?
Woolen socks and cotton socks, same thing.
Yeah, woolen, jawrab refers to any sock that is woolen or cotton cloth, basically. Okay, some of the condition they put, you have to be able to walk with it. But you know the hadith, I think there's a hadith that if you make a condition in Sharia, if it's based on the Quran Sunnah, it's rejected. Okay, so Prophet said, "Sakhin, anything that keeps you warm, you can wipe over it." Sheikh bin Baz, Sheikh Al-Albani, Sheikh Al-Mu'tamin said, I read his fatwa. He said, even if it's a woolen sock, if it's stinky, you can wipe over it because it is socks, still a sock. You can wipe over it, inshallah. So, khalas, yeah, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum.